is legit. Because take you to court. You could diss me all you want. You could talk about, oh, how I look, how I can't rap, blah, 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 whatever. I don't give a. And put receipts out.
So for people who don't know the backstory, I can't remember the song of the BIA. I want to say she was featured on a Tink song and she dissed Cardi B. But I guess Cardi B got frustrated because BIA was basically a legend saying that Cardi B cheated on Offset. And of course, for people who don't know, you need a little bit more backstory. Of course, Cardi B has sued Tasha K before for sitting here saying that she had an STD or whatever the case may be. So basically, Cardi B like, you can say whatever you want about me, but just don't lie on my box. If you can lie about whatever else. You can say I can't rap. You can say I'm ugly. You can say my body messed up. You can say whatever you want to say about me, but don't sit here and say I cheated on my husband. Because if you ain't got no receipts for that, and you trying to you're basically sitting here trying to whatever the word is, you're trying to discredit my character. You're sitting here trying to tear my character down, especially about my marriage. I'm not gonna play about my marriage because it don't matter if me and Offset not on the greatest terms. We still married and we still make money off of being a married couple. Because for people who may forget, they on Baby Shark. Like they got characters, their family is on Baby Shark. So I'm sure, yeah, you can't, them type of like them as, and that's why we always talk about sometimes if you can find cool ways to be able to market your relationship and your marriage or you having kids or whatever the case may be. Yeah. So you're not about to sit here and make this look nuts. So people will be looking at us crazy. Nah, that didn't happen. So if you ain't got no proof on that, yeah, you're gonna have to zip that one up, big homie. But my only thing to Cardi is it's kind of corny to say it and y'all in the midst of a rap beef. Because if Drake would have said that same thing to Kendrick Lamar, bro, we would still be killing Drake right now for that. And I get it because Cardi done had the situation with Tasha K. Some people kind of just be like, what's the difference?
I mean, because she was putting the STD on. I get that. Like, how you want to sit here and put that on my name?
But yeah, some people may look at cheating on their husband or significant other just the same way as saying I got an STD, especially if I'm not a cheater.
That's a tricky situation right there.
What's tricky about it?
Because then, okay, now then if she do got proof, then what? Now that's gonna hurt.
But I'm 100% positive that Cardi wouldn't took that firm stance to say I'm gonna sue you if she know she know she did with her own box. Like nigga, I ain't never cheat. It's no receipts. That's what she told her. You better have some receipts, or I'm going to sue you. And y'all know for a fact I'm cool with going to court. I done been there enough times.
Yeah, I get it. Suing the Tasha K situation, but suing because she.
I know. Listen to what I'm saying. I get it. Listen to what I'm saying. I understand why she was sued. I think in the midst of a rap beef is corny. And I feel like people you can't pick sides where you feel like what Cardi, you can't sit here and be like, I get it. I'm not mad at her because I'm sure Drake wished that he could still do the same thing with Kendrick Lamar with calling him a pedophile because it's like, it's certain things, some things you just don't want to attach to your name. And especially if you take certain things serious. If you take marriage serious and you take your relationship serious, you don't want them type of allegations on your name. And we could be clear, allegations do mess up people's stuff. So sometimes you allow rumors to go too far, you can catch backlash. But I'm not like, and only reason why I say Cardi shouldn't have said that because she jumped the ball too soon. Because then BIA put out a diss song and the diss song was doo-doo. You didn't even have to say nothing. Because social media was going to smoke BIA out. Trust and believe, social media was going to take care of BIA where Cardi would have never even had to address it. Shouldn't have never addressed it. But she did. She kind of jumped out there too soon. But BIA, like I said, put out a jump. She was in the studio. I like the only line I really like from BIA, she should have turned it into a hook when she was spelling out Cardi's name. And it was like Crybaby on Instagram or whatever the case may be. You keep catching the attitude because you can't catch the beat. That to me should have been the hook. That instead of something real dark and I got a bright career, like that was corny. That hook was super corny. The verses was kind of like, I like the little part where she was saying, we're going to throw a surprise party for or whatever, we're gonna bake a cake for party, whatever the little party line that she played on that. I like the way she played on that line, and I like the way she spelled out Cardi's name and was calling whatever Crybaby on Instagram Live, like how she played with her spelling of her name with that. She should have made that the hook, because BIA can really rap, and we talked about that before. Like that was like, damn, it's kind of sad to see like BIA don't get enough credit. So it's kind of like Cardi is shining the light on BIA, and BIA just rushed too fast, because I know for a fact that BIA can rap better than that. Me and Lo was talking when Lo first sent me the joint. I'm like, yeah, come on, dog. We all know BIA can rap better than this. And that was people's hopes. Like when Cardi put out that verse, a lot of people who was like, dang, I'm hip. If you hip to BIA, you kind of felt like, oh, this was gonna be a good battle, because BIA can actually rap. Cardi can't really rap, can't rap nowhere near as good as BIA. So people actually felt like, oh, BIA could get in there and she could kind of smoke Cardi, but she didn't. She shot that load and it was crazy. And you jumped the gun because you wanted to put it on Instagram Live. And I think that's something because of times we live in, and I want to tie this into Gunna. I seen Gunna doing a little boxing video though. That to me, because Rocky Osiris did the same thing, and I think he was calling out Tusi and DDG. Dog, If you don't really can't throw hands, and trust me, believe, throwing hands with the gloves and just actually be able to fight in the street is two different things. Because the way it's going to look, you want that video to look clean, like if you was watching a Tank or a Mike Tyson video, it's not going to do that. You don't have to post it when you first start training. Wait until you get sharp. Because you don't want to look like academics and you don't want to look like Meek Mills. Like, dog, take your time. When Gunna put out that video, when Top sent it to him, I'm like, bro, why is he posting this video? This shit looks stupid. He don't look like he can fight. Like, nigga, wait until you actually get good. You've been training with, but again, people be trying to skip the steps. No, he just probably want to show people that he training. So all them little trolls and people think that, again, the same. It's almost just like
but didn't they have a video where he's catching the football or something like that too?
Gunna?
Yeah. No, the Patriots. Because they was like, if Bill Belichick was there, he was never allowed this to happen. That's why I thought he was just doing sports stuff.
Oh, maybe. I don't know. I mean, he'd been at a bunch of sporting events, but he was in Philly. But he was, and of course, I think it was a dub. You know, it was kind of one of them things where you probably trying to show, hey, I'm out Philly, I'm moving around. He was in Philly. He was at the Rocky thing, whatever the case may be. Because I want to say he performed at the Roots Picnic. Of course, the Roots Picnic was over the weekend, so he did perform there, and of course he did his little box. But my thing whole the time, and why I tied it in with the BIA situation, I'm gonna get right back to the BIA and Cardi conversation. But it's just people skips so like they jump ahead and skip so fast. Like you just want to show people you're doing something where you can just, bro, take your time. You don't have to do it. Like even with BIA, like you didn't have to rush to put out the Instagram live because it's like, one, we not gonna get the real feel of it, so we judging it off of like trying to sound. It's like you basically want people in the studio with you, so we hearing it from the studio speakers to the phone. Even if it sounds a little bit better when it get on DSPs, the original sound that we listening to, it ain't gonna sound good. There's no way in hell you could have made it sound good because it's on a phone and you playing it from studio speakers.
But I think we in this day and age where I want to be a part of the algorithm. So even though I'm already trending because of the whole diss, that Cardi, I'm gonna try to at least get some more traction on it.
I hear you, but then it's just like, yeah, but I don't want to be in nobody's algorithm not sounding like that, bro. That song was horrible. And BIA got some good songs. Like, you know, if you actually listen to BIA, we talked about it. No, that BIA verse when it was her and OG, I think it was an OG Greedo or it was one of them California dudes. Bro, she went, and when they redid PD Pablo, John, man, she went so crazy on that, John. BIA got endless verses where she be rapping her ass off. And to put out some BS like that, like, bro, you could have kept that. You could have took your time. You could have let it go for a week. People, trust and believe, that song is gonna get played all summer long. You could have waited a week. You could have took your time and actually put together a better song. Like your go-to thing is samples. Like you a sample girl. You should have figured out a sample so you really didn't have to come up with a crazy hook because your hook game ain't that strong. And you could have hid behind a sample and just diss her. Cardi did the smartest thing. I'm going to diss you on it's already a hit record. We talked about it. Like we was trying to figure out like, oh, how can they get this song hot again during the tour? Well, voila, here you go. We got Cardi B on the goddamn remix and she smoked it. Cardi B blacked out when she hit that IKEA, nobody want to be. I said, oh my God. Then she brought back the jump for all of us old heads. Looking boy, look at something, looking boy, you dog. And she hit you with that. If you didn't know what Great Value Look at Me was, I don't even want to talk about it. And that's what I'm talking about again. I'm going to name this episode the B in black the B in culture, instead of being culture, the B is for black culture. If you don't know what Great Value is, your parents was too fucking rich. Or you as an adult is too goddamn rich if you don't know what Great Value is. I'm not explaining it. I'm not describing it to you. If you don't know what Great Value is, this shit ain't for you, and hip hop shouldn't be for you, dog. It be certain rules, dog, we got to put in effect. Like if you don't know what Great Value is, bro, go do something else. That's just my only thing. Because anybody, if you done had tough times or you ain't grow up, and especially if you grew up in the DMV and you grew up on Murray's, you know what the fuck Great Value is. If you grew up on Murray's Wings, you done had some Great Value stuff in your house before because your parents ain't skipped, we're going to get these Murray Wings and didn't get nothing else, some knockoff shit. So let's be real. Or if you shop at Shoppers or any of that, I trust and believe, or you go into Walmart, you know what Great Value is. So my only thing is that line from Cardi was so hood and it still hit so goddamn hard. I was like, bro, when girls get to going out this summer and really get to having a summer, bro, that Great Value line, they going to wear that shit out. It was another bar I forgot in there that girls was already starting to use over the caption over the weekend. I can't even remember what the bar was, but I ain't expect that from Cardi. I swear to God, I ain't expected it. Well, she smoked that verse. I'm not going to. I was like, damn. She literally gave that song a whole new life right now.
That's why I said Meg and them should have did a whole.
Yeah, but I don't feel like that song was. I don't feel like that song was never originally for that. Like they didn't have like they didn't even like. It was a friendly jump. Like Cardi just got on there and just went crazy. So I get what you're saying, but even for Cardi, even you got them at one, they still on tour, and then both of them still like. I don't necessarily think like I don't want to put out a new verse because like the song already out, the song already hot. Cardi versus is gonna take it. Meg about to put out a new project. Shit, you sent me the jump with Glorilla and goddamn Rob 49. They look like they got another hit, and that was my point. And I made a video about this for everybody who was oh, Glorilla was gonna be again. This is why I like to sit here and stand for. That's why I'm always tell you, if you ever think about having a podcast or whatever, you have to have takes. Stop pandering to an audience and have real takes and real opinions. Because when that Cha-Cha Salon came out and all y'all was, oh God, it's over for May. I mean, it's over for Glorilla. Her 15 minutes is up. Oh, such and such took her spot. In 2024, she literally probably got 3 of the biggest songs out. And if you really on TikTok, she got 4. Because that I'm 7 p.m. fried, it's 95 degrees. I ain't got no nigga, and ain't no nigga got me. And that's another reason when we go back and talk about Angel Reese, and that is another reason why she will be the only girls who will keep up with that is the younger girls. Some of them older women in the WNBA, they not hip to all that. So when you see that sound, guess who the number 1 video is for that sound? Goddamn Angel Reese. And that's my thing of sitting here saying, learning how to promote yourself, learning how to market, learning how to pay attention. So, but for people, if you're not even really into the TikTok world, there's some conversations you ain't even gonna be able to dictate them or have them anyway, because you wouldn't know how hot that song is on TikTok. Anytime I get on TikTok, that's all I see. It's 7 p.m. fried. I ain't got no nigga. Ain't no nigga got me. And I was like, sweet baby Jesus.
But you, the
95 degrees.
Question I wanted to ask for you, I think even when we talk like about this, just with the female rappers and their audience, I went to the concert in Baltimore, and that crowd and that audience, you probably wouldn't think that's their audience.
What you mean?
Going to that show, like, I guess this I guess it's more of a variety. It's not just one demographic. Because going like
I thought we talked about that even what was that 2 weeks ago when we talked about when Charlamagne was telling people you can't tell Vlad to mind his business because 75
was a bunch of white people.
No, for sure. But again, I think that's the conversation when we have, and I think with people, and I think that's the cheat code and the code, people not being honest, even when we having an Angel Reese conversation, is like when people want to keep throwing up how many tickets that Caitlin Clark can sell out, bro. But we can say the same shit about baseball. We don't care about baseball. Like we can't, like, and that's the thing where that's why I said I get frustrated, just especially with black men. Like we sit here, like we care about ticket sales. Like, bro, when did we start caring about ticket sales? Because if that's the case, then we all should be watching baseball. Because baseball is the biggest stadium and they sell more tickets than everybody. A baseball arena can sit here and hold way more than a football arena. Or football stadium or basketball stadium. Like, so is Shohei Ohtani bigger and better than LeBron James? Do we care? Oh, let's go follow Shohei Ohtani. Like, what are we talking about, dog? But that's my point of, that's what I'm saying. But we know for a fact they got the luxury of spending that money. Like, I'm not blind to that. I even talked about that before when we was talking about what game was that? I want to say it was the LSU versus South Carolina game. And I was like, damn. It was so many old white women with LSU jerseys on, and that's like with shirts on. I know for a fact that's what we talked about. And I know I said that, but that's my thing. We know, like, we're not oblivious to that. They got way more money. One, that is more. Dog, in America, black people only make up 13%. So of course, that's the same way with the Taylor Swift. That's why I didn't engage with when Shannon Sharp and Ocho Cinco was trying to steal Charlamagne conversation about who moved the needle more, Taylor Swift or Beyonce. Like, dog, you have to be honest. Like, bro, Friends is gonna be always it's not gonna. Do we like Friends more than Martin? Because they could show you the numbers all day long. So let them tell you. If we're going just off of numbers, then Friends is better than Martin. And I'm 100% positive it's not. A soul listening to my voice right now that will sit here and say that Friends is better than Martin, Living Single, Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, the Jamie Foxx Show, the Wayans Brothers, or none of that. But if we're going off of just numbers, Friends is better than all of them. If that's the case. But that's my point of sometimes we have to be honest with ourselves. We're never going to sell more product than them if they sit here if that's what they're going to do. If that's what they're going to lock in on sale or ticket sales or this, that, because I even heard Shannon Sharp, is this the first time that the Liberty got $2 million on ticket sales at a game? Cool. All right, they got more money to spend, bro. I told y'all that when I was so amazed on how many white people was there for opening day at the Orioles jump. That's all that was out there. The Orioles baseball, though. But you go to a Ravens game, it's completely different. Because guess what? Black people can take off on a Sunday. You can save your money, but I can go there. But baseball is the perfect example. You go to any baseball stadium in America on a random day when they had one of them games, and we talked about this before, because they give out so many tickets in corporate America, and there'd be a bunch of white people. Oh, we got we got tickets for the whole staff. Here y'all go. We got season tickets all year long for all our employees. Just pick a day, what day you want to go. Bro, that's it. When you watch that Indiana, I'm never going to care. That's just like, in that case, then shit. Well, Garth Brooks is the greatest thing ever smoking. The Grateful Dead. I remember we young. I remember every year when the Grateful Dead used to come in, we was coming from like elementary school, and it used to be so much traffic. And I used to be like, ask mom and dad, like, dang, that many people like them. And traffic used to be for hours, dog. When the Grateful Dead used to come to town, but dog, I don't know a Grateful Dead song. That's not a knock on them, but that's not a discredit to me. It's just some things is their thing. So I'm never gonna sit here and act like white people don't listen to rap music. That's one of the biggest things for Eminem. Like Eminem had that same, and I'm not gonna sit here and come on, I'm gonna talk about it. Let's be clear. Was the bar kind of cringy, but the bar was kind of fire? That Meg Thee Stallion bar was fire because the way he played on it. He was like, if I shoot my shot, he said, what did he say? If I shoot my shot at whatever, however he played it, he played on feature and shot. But because I think most people didn't like it because one, that's why I say if you get on social media and especially if you get on Twitter where people actually voice their opinions, so you can see people's opinion, like you can read them in real time. Just people just felt like, don't make that joke about a black woman because you're a white man. I get what he was doing. It was cool. Like he was playing on, can I get a feature from Meg Thee Stallion? Like if I shoot my shot or whatever, however he played with the words on it, I thought it was kind of clever, but I understand with some people, especially with the Cassie thing just happening. But hold on, that's what I'm saying. We can't be mad at Cassie. We can't be mad at seeing that video of Cassie because trust and believe, if a video come out of Meg Thee Stallion and you see Tory Lanez shooting her, all of you niggas who was sitting here, what about? Man. Oh, you niggas got to go to hell. Yeah. Y'all got you. So that's my point. So that was people's point of the bar was like we get it. It's Eminem. So people, 90% of us, most of us, we grew up, we heard Eminem, so we know this is how Eminem give it up. So that's why I'm not mad. I'm not about to be like, oh, make a video, take this down. Like, oh, you. No, I'm not gonna do that because I grew up on Eminem. So I know this how he just give it up. And he don't use, and trust and believe, Eminem is big enough that he didn't have to say Meg name. So I'm sure that's why you ain't see Meg ain't making no post about it. She been posting her tour and that's it. She ain't make a fuss about it or even complain about it because
him in a song before.
Probably did
with the whole Mariah Carey. He obsessed of me.
Oh yeah, you see, I forgot. I didn't even know that. But my whole thing, that's what I'm saying. That's why I didn't take it no way. But my only thing is, I get how some people can still be very sensitive because we literally just seen the Cassie thing, and of course because Tory and Meg wasn't in no real relationship, so people don't look at it like domestic violence, but it's still domestic violence. Yeah, they had sex together before. So that is still a form of domestic violence. We can't pick, and that's my only thing about people. We can't pick and choose when we get upset about certain stuff. So I'm not mad at the people who was upset about the Eminem verse, but then I'm not mad at the people who kind of be like, oh, it's just Eminem. So, I mean, like I said, I know we kind of all over the place. We was getting there from Cardi B versus BIA. I'm disappointed in BIA. I definitely thought like, just because I know people not really hip to her music and this ain't going to help nobody want to go run to go listen to no BIA music. This was her opportunity to be like, bro, you could have shined. You could have did your thing. And then you just went to bed. Like this was your moment. You went to bed. So, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, BIA. You got to get it tight. You get it right. Oh, man, I'm coming back in with that one. Let that jump load up. BIA. My man, Big 30 with the bed.
He saw that this leaked like with.
No, I got my water right here. Give me 1 second. Let it lock and load. You got something you want to talk about? You ain't see nothing all week, nothing that pissed you off, something that made you think. I know you seen something.
No, I really didn't. I ain't see nothing. Nothing I can think of right now.
Do you think as a woman, do you think is it easy or is it hard for you to kind of not pay attention to the WNBA stuff now, or do you kind of where they making it where like you kind of gotta still see it?
I mean, I still see it, but I'm not a sports fan. I don't even watch regular
basketball